Namaskaram. Today is 11th October 2024, the 9th and the last day of Navaratri. So happy Navaratri to all of you. Let's begin today's session about Ketu with a prayer as usual. I promise that this session will be of a shorter duration, perhaps the shortest among the series on Navagrahas. And today is the last day. So let us start by praying to Lord Ketu. Palashapushpasamkasham tarakagrahamastakam raudram raudratmakam ghoram tam ketum pranamamyaham, which means shining in the color of the palasha flowers, which is the flame of the forest tree. The flowers, they are bright red in color, who acts like head to the stars and planets. Ketu, who is furious, full of furious aspects, terrifying to the wicked people. O Lord Ketu, I prostrate before you and seek your blessings. Now let us go into the planet. We have already seen yesterday in the series on Rahu that an asura called Swarabhanu, who consumed nectar, became immortal but was slain by Mahavishnu with his Sudarshana Chakra, where the head and the body got separated from each other. The head became Rahu, who was attached to the body of a serpent, and the tail, who was attached to the head of the serpent, became Ketu. This Puranic story has already been told when we spoke about Rahu. Rahu and Ketu are none other than the head and the body separated of a single person. Also, there is another esoteric serpent symbolism associated with Rahu and Ketu to the Kundalini Shakti energy. The head being Rahu, signifying the different cosmic head petals of the cosmic snake, Sahasrara Chakra, or the awakening. And the tail being Ketu, it is the Mooladhara Chakra, Ganesha, or the beginning. And also the Kundalini is represented with a coiled snake at the base of the below the spinal cord, and that is where Mooladhara Chakra, once the awakening starts, it travels up and it uncoils itself until it reaches the Sahasrara, the head, and then the awakening happens. The nodes Rahu and Ketu are invisible planets and are caused by the intersection of the pathways of the sun and moon. This is what the Puranic story tells us. But astronomically, we know that the earth or the moon comes in between when eclipses are caused. Both are always 180 degrees apart, as we know. We have come to know from yesterday's storytelling, Purana, and occupy opposite zodiac signs. They are in opposition to each other always. One is materialistic and one spiritually inclined. If one is in Mithuna, Gemini, if Rahu is in Mithuna or Gemini, then Ketu is and must be in the opposite sign of Sagittarius, Dhanus. There is no two ways about it. It has to be that way. Both Rahu and Ketu, they do not own any zodiac sign. But so what? They are being given the status of planets by Lord Brahma himself. So, even though they do not own any zodiac sign, whichever sign they happen to occupy in the horoscope at the time of birth, they assume the lordship of that sign. Meaning, if Ketu were to be placed in, say, Dhanus or Sagittarius, which is owned by Jupiter, Guru Brihaspati, Ketu assumes the characteristics of Guru and will dispense the results of the owner of the sign, which is Brihaspati, Guru, or Jupiter. To give you an example, you own a house, you rent it out, you are staying somewhere else, therefore, you rent it out. The tenant who stays there enjoys your house even though he is a temporary person who may vacate anytime. Still, as long as he is occupying the house, your house, he is temporarily owning your house. As long as he stays there, he will do what he likes inside the house. He'll take care of all matters concerning that house as if he were the owner himself. They are proxies. Among relatives, while Rahu represents one's paternal grandfather, Ketu represents one's maternal grandfather. Ketu's medical conditions are low blood pressure, accidents, phobias of all kinds, worms, skin diseases, spleen problems, issues with spleen, etc. I'm mentioning only a few medical conditions of each planet. There are many other details. Okay. Ketu's gem is the cat's eye, which is also known as Vaidurium in south. Ketu rules over dark places, narrow tunnels, small gaps found anywhere. A small gap, that is his place, Ketu's place. He prefers such places. Tunnels, small tunnels, narrow tunnels, where movement itself is very difficult, that kind of a. Ketu does not have any particular color. He is symbolic of varied colors, which means a mix and match of many colors, any color. Tiny patterns are his characteristic of cloth. Tiny prints, tiny checks on clothes. These are all very fine checks on clothes. Those are all Ketu symbolic patterns. While Rahu's grain is black gram, that is urad dal, Ketu's grain is the horse gram, chana. Ketu signifies fire and Ketu signifies mischief. You can imagine, and also children. So you put all these things together. If unattended, a child may go pick up a match box and he would have seen somebody lighting a fire. He would play with the matchstick, and there is a danger that the place itself could get burnt down. And also, I would like to connect you with certain incidents that I get to read. Someone was biking in the forest area. He, relieved himself, and then with the dry leaves which were there, he just cleaned himself. And to avoid something, he thought that let me burn this bunch of dry leaves. and he ignited the dry leaves, and he just left and went away. There was a forest fire because of that incident. I remember that. Some people, they party, they leave barbecue carelessly there. The fire is there, it falls down, dry leaves, it ignites, and there's so much of damage caused because of this carelessness or mischief. We see many people who are obsessed or angry about something. They just put a fire and then drop it somewhere, and that area catches fire. These are all mischief attributed to Ketu, especially children, fire, mischief. And these fires, they are uncontrollable also. They can't they're not small fires. It's an accident and dangerous also. Ketu's nature is to bring about an event in a most unexpected, sudden manner. That is his quality. He'll give suddenly. That is his quality. If Rahu stands for cutting open some part of in our body for surgery, that is, you cut and operate, perform a surgery on somebody, then what happens after the surgery is over? They need to stitch up the area. Ketu stands for stitches after the operation or surgery gets over. So Ketu heals. Ketu is for healing the body post surgery. If you if you cut up one portion and just leave it like that, the person may bleed to death. Ketu is very necessary to close the skin after the surgery, and therefore Ketu stands for healing stitches. So post surgery. This is the physical aspect that we are talking about Ketu. What about the mind? Can you operate the mind? Can you stitch it up? No. But Ketu helps in his own way in mending the mind through some spiritual practices, meditation, isolation. So Ketu takes care of healing the mind also in his own way, which is meditation, yoga, spirituality, going to an ashram and getting isolated from the family. These are all the attributes for Ketu. In all, Rahu and Ketu are taking us through ups and downs in our lives, teaching us the life lessons, giving us life experiences of different kinds during the different stages and ages of our lives. Hence we learn, we evolve, we change. Rahu's color is black, since he is very close friends with Saturn. Saturn, Nilanjana, blue, dark blue is his color. But Saturn and Rahu are such friends that they wish to exchange each other's colors. That is, they both swap their colors. Therefore, Saturn's dark blue is worn by Rahu, and Rahu's black is worn by Saturn. If you should observe the idols in any Navagraha temples in the south, this is what you can observe. Saturn black, instead of black, Saturn, sorry, instead of blue, Saturn is draped in a black cloth, and Rahu is draped in blue cloth, which color belongs to Saturn. How about Ketu? Ketu wears multiple color printed cloth. Multiple colors. You have so many: yellow, orange, green, blue, violet, white. Any color can come in. Multicolors. Printed cloth with fine prints. That is also his. Ketu also takes 1.5 years to transit one zodiac sign, just like Rahu. Ketu takes 18 years to transit the 12 zodiac signs, completing his 360-degree circuit or cycle. It is a general belief that should Ketu, it is a general belief, should Ketu occupy the 12th house of the horoscope from the Lagna, such person will attain moksha in this lifetime itself and will not be born again to settle the accounts of his past karma in the next janma or next life after rebirth. So Ketu is very powerful in such matters. With this, we come to the conclusion of the special series on the Navagrahas during the 9 days of the Navratri, and their Puranic stories. Some of the important Puranic stories have been shared, their significances, and I've forgotten to tell you about Ketu's profession also. Ketu's profession is typing, computers, medicine, pharmacy, a spiritual leader or a guru, a sannyasi, a teacher of children. Such are the professions attributed to Ketu. Now, we have come to the concluding stage now of today's session. With a salutation, we shall conclude this to all the Navagrahas today. It goes something like this. Brahma Murari, Sripurantakari, Bhanuhu, Shashi, Bhumisuto, Budascha, Guruscha, Shukrah, Shanihi, Rahu Ketavah, Kurvantu, Sarve Mama Suprabhatam. May all the Navagrahas bless us all for a more peaceful, happier, healthier, wealthier life with good fortune of all kinds. Stay blessed. Thank you so much.